remember in high school, my mentor telling me something tragic that had happened to one of his colleagues. His daughter, who was 5 years old at the time, went through this tragic accident and she passed away. And although I had never met this guy, I remember feeling this deep sense of pain for him. And I think about it now as someone in my late 20s with friends that are becoming dads, and I just can't imagine that happening to one of my friends. Yet this type of pain is such a stark reality for us, which I think makes this question so pivotal for us to answer. But what's encouraging to me is that pain and suffering isn't unaddressed in Scripture. As a matter of fact, it's addressed pretty frequently. Jesus himself, moments before his crucifixion, told his disciples, "My soul is very sorrowful, even unto death." So we know that even for Jesus, the Son of God, pain was not a foreign language. So we can have assurance that pain exists because God allows it, and because he allows it, it must be purposeful. And we know that it is purposeful in building us up. Paul writes in Romans, "We rejoice in our sufferings, knowing that suffering produces endurance, and endurance produces character, and character produces hope." Imagine you're a parent for a second, and you're about to drop off your very shy son at preschool for the very first time. Imagine all the emotions that he might suffer through. Anxiety, distress, uncomfortability. He's probably thinking to himself, "Mom, Dad, please don't leave me here. How could you do this to me? I'm suffering. I'm uncomfortable. How could you leave me here with a bunch of strangers? Just take me back home, please." But you know as a parent that this experience is necessary. You know as a parent that you can't just coddle him forever. You know as a parent that he must be stretched in order to grow and mature. But as a child, you're not going to have that perspective. And you're not going to understand why your parents are putting you through this situation. But we know ultimately for the son that it is good for him, and ultimately it is building him up. How much more does a loving, eternal God with an infinite perspective desire good for us, as Scripture tells us that his ways are higher? Lastly, pain and suffering is purposeful in that it makes us look forward to the painless eternity that is to come. We read in the very last book of the Bible that God will wipe away every tear and pain will no longer exist as we live in eternity with God in peace forever.